stable perhaps. Fuel consumption. Well, the first tank were 81, but the speedo was a bit out. So it's certainly in the mid 70s. But if you're cading it, you know, you probably get that down to the high 60s. 70 mile an hour average, probably about right. Suspension. As I say, I've been around a few dirt bikes in my time. I know what's good and what's bad. This isn't premium suspension by any bloody means, but it actually rides quite well. If you're steady and just jogging along, you know, some little trails, or even going up rocky stuff, you know, in first gear, it's well good enough. It's quite plush. It insulates the rider quite nicely. I can't comment what it'll be like with luggage on, because, you know, I haven't got as far as that yet, but I've had 10 kilograms on the rack, you know, and it doesn't seem so bad at all. The front is what it is. It works quite well. I quite like it. And the back, when you get it out the shop, it's sagging like a witch's tit. But if you crank up the preload, you've got about, probably can't see, there's about 1.5 inches in there. You smack it with a hammer. And actually, when the bike, if you look at the sag itself, I'm trying to do this one hand with the bloody camera, but you know, that's all there is. And it's not so far off right. Oh, 1.5 inches of sag on, you know, 11-inch, 10.5 inch of movement. Make sure the bloody stand's not flicked up. CCM's got a suicide stand and I'll be dropping it there. Yeah, okay, you push it too hard on some of these big bumps, you get over 35, 40 mile an hour. And I think the main problem actually is the rebound. You know, it's coming back up too bloody quick. So the rebound is okay, you know, for riding slowly. You start to push it, and you know, the thing is actually, you know, bouncing back up a little bit too quickly and getting a little bit out of shape. But bloody hell, you know, it's not an enduro bike. It's designed for riding steady trails, and it's perfectly adequate for that. So take the notice of all these bullshitters, because the bike itself is quite capable of, you know, jogging you along quite pleasantly up and over some, you know, reasonable ground. A bit more zip to it. It rides on the road extremely well. It really is a very nice sort of steady, plush ride. It corners nicely. You know, if you swing it in a little bit too hard, it just oversteers slightly, but it's a 21-inch front wheel with a shit tyre on it. But no one's going to be disappointed. Do a little bit of roundabout surfing on it, and it's actually quite a pleasant little thing, you know, to zip round on. You know, you wind up the elastic band, you know, get up to 65 mile an hour, and you don't need to slow down, you just stuff it in and it'll corner really well. It's very stable. You know, when you do hit that big downhill slope at 80 mile an hour or whatever it'll do, it's extremely stable. It's not as prone to side winds as the other bike. It's been as windy as fuck round here for the last week, and yeah, it's been a little bit frustrating, you know, getting pushed back by headwinds and stuff like that on the motorway. But on better, you know, ordinary weather conditions, it'll zip along at 65, 70 pretty much all day long. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy it. I think it's going to be a good little bike for me. I'm going to use it for work. I work in the motorcycle industry, I commute a lot, and you know, I reckon, oh, she'll probably have 10,000 on it at the end of this year. You know, between ooning about and working and what have you. I'm going to Albania, or I'm shipping the bike to Albania in July, and I am considered taking it. I've got the 300 as well, but I've taken that, you know, abroad, done some remote stuff on it. The CCM's in Bulgaria at the moment. That's flying out there to ride that in the woods for a week. And when you buy a bike, you want to try it out. You want to see, you know, what it'll do. And you know, the Balkan states, you know, Albania, Macedonia, Serbia, all them kind of places, the roads are that tight and potholed, and there's bloody people wandering around and animals and Christ knows what. An 800cc bike is useless, absolutely bloody useless. And of course, when you pop off the beaten track, you know, all these people saying that the rally's heavy. Well, you stick it next to an 800GS, and you know, and follow me. We'll see what's heavy. So you target it at the right place, and you know, it's a pretty good little bike, really. So there you go. So there you go. You know, I've got other bikes. I've got some hard hitting machines, and you know, they're all good fun. But I mean, these are, you know, if you just want to go dicking around, you know, just for have some fun, not take everything too seriously, and just, you know, jog along steady and enjoy your holiday. It's a really nice place to let a country slip by on, I think. Anyway, there you go. Hope I've not rambled on too long. So we'll see you on the trails. Ta-da!